torn, and they have good separation. Okay, so this is going to be the clavotrapezius, and you can tell it's the most anterior, but it also connects to this muscle, which is the clavobrachialis,
Oh, so it's
that
actually
runs
on the
out
arm?
onto the arm.
okay.
Yes. Then so behind that is going to be your acromiotrapezius, which is kind of on the top of the shoulder itself. And behind that is the spinal trapezius. I don't think that's included on the list because it's relatively small. And so here you can see really nicely your. So what's this going to be?
No.
That's going to be your lats, right? So latissimus dorsi running from the posterior up to the anterior.
So this
Okay,
is the acromio.
so which is just basically these things?
Yeah. So the acromiotrapezius kind of lies on the flat sort of large part of the scapula. So it kind of has, if you imagine the scapula being under there, you can kind of imagine its shape. The problem with our specimen is because these muscles were torn, it's harder to see them. But this is a nice specimen because you can see the clavotrapezius running out. Clavobrachialis running out from the clavotrapezius onto the.
Okay. Cool. Thank you. Thank you.
So the one thing to watch, you can actually see the clavobrachialis ventrally. So be careful of accidentally identifying that as like the pectoantebrachialis.
Okay.
So, okay, all right. Triceps. You want
Back of the arm.
have them know the heads?
Where's the
We weren't. I don't think we were gonna have
okay,
them
so
do
we'll
that.
just go
We were
with
just gonna-
triceps brachii?
triceps brachii. So if it's in the back of the arm, it's triceps brachii. If it's in the front of the arm, it's biceps. Because there's a bunch of different lobes, but you don't have to know different heads of the muscles. So.
Make is rather than knowing the three heads of the triceps brachii, you just have to know the triceps brachii. Simply because the heads are kind of tough to dissect out. And so we'll just have you know them as the whole muscle.
Really hook John up with a machete.
What was that?
So you don't have to know the heads of the triceps brachii.
Oh yeah.
Just know that it has triceps.
All right. So you wanted to go? Did you just want to go through all of them? Pretty
Yeah,
much?
please.
All right. So we'll start here.
Triceps.
So in the middle, we have the pectoantebrachialis. Right, it comes right along and it goes into the arms as well. Then we have three. Let's see if we can
If you stretch them out, you can see them better.
if you like, did you guys kind of separate? Oh yeah, okay, I see. You separated them out a little bit, yeah. So you got from here to here is the pectoralis major. From here to about here is your pectoralis minor, and then the next one down that would be here that keeps continuing down, but it's cut here, is the xipha humerales. So major, minor, xipha humerales, and then this is the pectoantebrachialis. Again, in the front of the arm is going to be the bicep, back of the arm is the tricep.
So what's a humerals attaching to?
Xiphoid process.
No, so if you feel
I thought you were quizzing me.
Little extension.
I thought you were
that little
quizzing me as well.
shirt on?
That's an extension. It's called the xiphoid process that comes off the string.
Okay.
If you look on the thing back there, you'll see it on the. So then, all right, I didn't see the. Did you guys do the? Make sure you guys do the external oblique cut before the evaluation, so you get credit for that. So you just do it on the side here. They did it too, so you can see. But yeah, so if you were to do that window cut here, you'd have 3 layers. The outer layer is the external oblique. The middle layer is the internal oblique, and then the very inner layer is the transverse abdominis.
Okay.
So just make sure you guys do that. That's really simple. And then also, did you guys do this cut? No? So you actually have to cut. So here's your spine, right? Okay, so you got a couple muscles in here. If you move this a little bit more.
So here's the lesser curvature of the stomach. If that even says anything.
So you have 2 muscles back here that you have to know as well. So you can see how we have a separation here, right? And separation there. Okay, so this muscle right here, so this is the spine. Muscle like basically attached to the spine, well not basically, it is attached to the spine, is the multifidus spinae. Okay, So that's the one, and think spine, kind of, they're similar. Then you have this one here and this one here, and then another one down here. They all go this way, so they're going longitudinally. So they are the longest in Storcy. So they're the two deep back muscles that you have to know here. So you don't. There's different. Again, it's just like the biceps or triceps. They have different heads or whatever they call them. You only have to know that it's the longissimus dorsi. So regardless of which one it's in, if it's going this way and it's back here, it's longissimus dorsi. If it's right next to the spine, it's multifidus spinae. So then on the back we have this muscle here, which is the latissimus dorsi. Now you guys also have to do a cut here in the arm, which is the this is the acromiotrapezius, right? So this is the acromiotrapezius, which is on the scapular bone, covers all this. This one down here, you can see how it's striated differently. It goes this way. This one here is the deltoideus. Is it just deltoideus? I don't know if it's...
It's not on there.
Spinodeltoid, sorry.
It's not on there either.
Spinodeltoid's on there, yeah.
Okay.
So this is the spinodeltoid right here. So the acromiotrapezius is up here, the spinodeltoid's down here. Then, as you heard Dr. Marshall saying, on the back here, so on the back here in the neck we have the clavotrapezius. So you think like clavicle bone is in your neck, trapezius, trap muscle, same thing, is in your neck. So that's the clavotrapezius. The clavotrapezius continues down here into the front of the arm for the clavobrachialis, brachiation arm, brachialis. So it's a clavobrachialis. Clavotrapezius is here. So I'll just do this cut for you guys real quick.
Will be the best.
Let me just cut myself.
So here's the thing: it's where you would look for the
Oh, and these are where the rhomboids are? Rhomboideus?
Exactly.
Okay.
And you also have to know the
I'll
infraspinatus.
figure that out after doing the mud puppy and the shark. Looking for who was a male, but anyway, so just watch that. And that's one thing is, does anybody have a male cat? So we have males over, a male over here, if everybody else has a male. Just make sure you look at the reproductive organs in the male and the female. So you know what to expect.
That's still muscle. Yeah.
No wonder they can jump so high.
Yeah, right.
Muscles on their muscles.
Okay, so. Okay. So now you have this shoulder here, right? So this is your scapular bone. Now if you feel here, we can see that down the middle. Scapular spine, it goes right down the middle of the scapular bone. So on the top, so this is the acromiotrapezius, we reflect this. On the top we have the supraspinatus. Okay? Now supra means above in Latin. So supra and above spinatus. Below that, right here, we have the infraspinatus. Infra is below.
Oh, so below that
Spinatus spine. So infraspinatus, below the spine, which is talking about the scapular spine, because these are scapular bones. Now, way down here, way underneath here, you can see that small muscle right there. It's a little bit different. So this one all the way down here is the teres major. So we have three muscles: supraspinatus, infraspinatus, teres major. And then the acromiotrapezius lays over top of it, and the spinodeltoids below that.
How could you tell the difference between the infraspinatus and the teres minor?
Well, the spine in the middle tells you that this is supra and this is infra.
Okay.
The teres major, which is all the way down here, you can see this separation like right here. It's like not. The teres major is pretty small.
Okay.
But if you were to actually cut all this stuff away more, you'd be able to see it better. But we don't really do that.
Okay.
So just know that teres major is the furthest down. Then you have to know the temporalis, which is on top of the head, just here. And the masseter is in the cheek, which is like right here.
Where are they? Oh.
Do we cut it? Or is it still...
No, it's here a little bit.
Temporalis
A little
is
bit
on-
more here. Temporalis is on the top of the head. So it would be like more, like it's cut a little bit, but it would be like right here. Some of them are like smaller, but usually it's like right about there. Last Mr. Okay, then the other thing I forgot to tell you guys up here was, so this is, we had it laying like this. If you pull the arm the opposite way, and we do this, this here is your rhomboideus.
Oh, okay.
So the rhomboideus attaches the scapular spine to the rest, to there. So all this is rhomboideus, and there's different heads to that as well, but you only have to know this is the rhomboideus. So if it's on the between the spine and the scapula, it's the rhomboideus. Then,
So the cecum is.
so the arms, you'll have to separate them out a little bit better. Just try to get this stuff off of it, and then you can just like kind of take your probe and like drive it in between these muscles. You see how like you got all this stuff on there? You want to remove this, all this here. You got to remove that, because then you'll be able to separate that, exactly. You'll be able to separate those muscles out. So it started for you, but when you get a chance, just dissect that down and expose those better. So I think that's it for the up there, for the most part at least.
So if you want to open it up when you're done, that's fine.
Yeah, so that's everything for up there. For down here, you have.
And do you want them to dissect out these ileocecal valves?
I mean, I was gonna leave it on there, so we could definitely ask it. But I mean,
Right, but do you
Probably.
want an internal view?
it would probably be good to have an internal view as well. I mean, it's really simple. You just cut through the cecum. So. But either way, if it's on the outside, it would be the valve between the cecum and the ileum.
Yeah.
So it's like in that like pinched part, then it's still an ileocecal valve.
And the question would be, what is this valve?
Yeah, it would say exactly, or it would say like what is separating the
So
two.
wait, the rhomboideus is this here?
Yes.
Okay.
Yep. So then here we have a few muscles we have to know back here. And it's kind of hard to see. It looks like this is your cauda femoralis here, because the cauda femoralis comes in here and it like dives down deep within, but there's some fat on top of it. But I think that it looks like it's there. This here is your bicep brachii. Wait, bicep femoris, yeah. So this is the bicep femoris right here. Then this back muscle right here, the furthest back, is the semitendinosus right here. So that's semitendinosus. So bicep femoris, the cauda femoralis looks like it's right here, and then the semitendinosus is back here. So then on the inside of the leg, we have the bottom, which is the gracilis. We have the top, which is the sartorius. And then we flip it up. And these here are the semimembranosus on the inside of the leg. Right there. And there's two, I'm pretty sure that there's two heads for that as well, but you just have to know semitendinosus. And then on the back of the leg, the calf muscle is the gastrocnemius, and the front is the tibialis anterior. And then you also have to know like the soleus and the, what is it, the something longus, right? Peroneus longus, yeah. So you have to know the soleus, peroneus longus, the tibialis anterior is the front, the gastrocnemius on the back. So you also have to dissect this out a little bit more. So do your arm and your leg, remove that stuff, and that's every muscle.
And this one too.
And then
Yeah, and then the windows here. Yeah. Yep.
And the gooch. Awesome. Thank you.
Yeah,